Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest 2.7.2, and I have some very exciting news for you guys today that thankfully some very observant people have told me in the comments of yesterday's video, and we will be diving into that in just a second. We're back here with Usagi, and apparently, are there elk nearby? Hello? I hear you guys. There they are! There they are! Up through the branches! Ah, their scent is not working. Oh, and looky, there's some birds up in the air, so that means that there's going to be a carcass right over there. Right? Well, let's run over here. We should bump into a carcass. Or maybe they're just flying over the elk herd, and so they kind of gave the elk herd away. Well, let's slip into the shadows and have Usagi start hunting for one of the weakened elk among the herd. But you guys, there's some very exciting WolfQuest update related news that I am just thrilled to pieces about, that I cannot wait to share with you guys. Very, very excited about that. Let me see if I can sniff. Maybe hunt down some of the new elk. Oh, dang it, I'm upwind. Of course they're gonna smell me. Let's go around to the other side, because we need to be downwind of them. If you look up in the top left corner, you can see where the wind is coming from. And Usagi, as the young, curious wolf that she is slowly but surely learning how to hunt better. And a lot of you guys noticed that she actually did have a harder time hunting than what you may be used to. And that is because she is indeed... Oh, there's a weak elk. There's a weak elk. All right, let's get her. There. Come on. She's a new hunter, so Usagi does have a little bit of a hard time learning how to hunt the elk really, really well. All right, come on. All right, we're gonna have to rest for a second and just follow this one. But she's also playing on the highest difficulty setting. So in case you guys didn't know, there are actually 4 different difficulty settings. All right, we'll creep through and out of the grasses. Tackle this elk. There's 4 different difficulty settings that you can set WolfQuest to, and we like to play with a whole variety. Usagi, you ran into a tree. A whole variety of the difficulty settings, and what I do is every single day when we start a new day here with our wolf pack. Oh, that elk is not the smartest. She just ran back towards us. All right, let's catch up with her. When we start a new day in WolfQuest, I like to roll a dice in order to see what the time of day will be, and also to see what difficulty setting we will make it for the day. So poor Usagi, she has another sunny day, which is kind of interesting, except the sun sort of confuses her since she was not raised during a time where there was any sun. It was only constant moonlight. And she keeps rolling for the most extreme difficulty setting in WolfQuest. So, oh my goodness, poor Usagi. She rolled another 4, and that means in game settings she's on the bring it on era. So hopefully as time goes on we will be able to roll some easier levels. So I'm kind of changing up the difficulty and the time of day every time she has a new morning. So every time we're with her. And that's one of the ways that we try to work to keep the game very, very interesting for ourselves. And we also set up multiple challenges for Usagi. Or challenges for our wolves in general. And there's usually a challenge or a perk, like I mentioned to you guys last time, that goes for each generation of wolves. So we talked about how Usagi, her special ability is the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. And actually, some of you guys had a really great idea of what to do for the Lucky Rabbit's Foot on the rabbits for when we find them. And let me share that with you in just a second. I want to find another elk. We need to hurry and hunt down some of these elk so we can gain some more experience. And her fault is that if we run into a cougar, we have to fight the cougar, and then there's a chance that Usagi, as a smaller wolf, would still be hurt by the cougar even if we won. You usually only run into cougars at night. Alright, so actually as long as it's not night, Usagi has kind of the benefit of not needing to worry about the cougars. Alright, come here. Alright, we're gonna get this elk. She's getting better at hunting it. We're remembering to check where we are. Alright, come on, grab the elk, don't let go. Okay, and let's go ahead and spin just a second. Oh, look at that elk. She was so smart. She ran right back into her herd for protection. All right, and we'll go ahead and creep along the edges. Usagi is doing a lot better than some of the other wolves have in the past, because she seems to know how to creep more. And she also, let's see, there we go, is utilizing where she is on the wind, like where the wind may carry her scent, more than I remember to do with past wolves. It's kind of funny how every generation of wolf, I tend to hunt with them a little bit differently and remember a few of the skills that we need in order to be efficient hunters in different ways. All right, there we go. And out of the shadows! There we go. Chase that elk right into a tree. All right, good. She's doing really good. I think we've got the hang of hunting with Usagi. Her skills are a lot of speed, and so she hunts much differently than her father Kuma. If you guys remember Kuma was a bear of a wolf. He was so powerful and so strong, extremely slow. We could hardly hunt with Kuma sometimes because he needed to have a companion, a mate to hunt with him, or else I couldn't chase the elk down. But once we got our teeth on the elk, we were able to have complete victory. We were able to actually land some blows and take the elk down and feed our pack. And with little Usagi here, let me see if I can, there we go. With Usagi, and yes, her name does mean rabbit in Japanese, and that's why she has the lucky rabbit's foot as her special ability. But with her, she has a lot of speed. She has 72% speed. Her stamina is a little bit lower, it's at 36%, and her strength is 41%. So she's a little weaker than your average wolf, but she's not terribly weak, and she is very strong. She's a lot faster than most wolves. So she's got a bit going for her. Look at that. 2 coyotes killed, 1 hare killed, 7 elk hunts, and 5 cow elk killed already. So she's doing a very good job. Now, speaking of the rabbits, and in fact, let's go ahead and run along this edge of the forest to see if we can stumble on another rabbit again. But the rabbits, oh, I forget who it is, but thank you. Somebody had a really good idea that I actually really like about the lucky rabbit's foot. And I kind of want to hunt around here because we stumbled on a rabbit the other day. And I want to see if we can stumble on another rabbit for Usagi in this part of the forest. I know there are certain spots where they're supposed to like pop up pretty regularly, but no matter how many times people tell me, Seri, it's easy. You just have to go over to this bush and then like endless bunnies will pop out from under it, like a bunny burrow and niche. I cannot find the rabbits to save my life. So I'm just kind of going to sniff around here while I tell you guys a little bit more about the complex layers and challenges that we are pouring onto our Wolf Quest series. And I cannot believe how excited I am to be back. This is amazing. But somebody had an idea for the rabbits that we should roll a dice, and the dice should determine how many feet we're able to collect from each rabbit we catch. And I love that because it adds another level of randomness into the entire equation. So there's a chance that we might mangle the rabbit too much and be too hungry and eat the whole thing, so we wouldn't get any lucky rabbit's feet from it. But there's a chance we could get all 4 lucky rabbit's feet from the rabbit and get an immediate ancestor blessing. And I think that's pretty cool because rabbits are kind of hard to find. I'm searching through the grasses right now. You can't really scent them too often. Every now and then you can just sort of stumble on one. And there's supposed to be a couple bushes where they pop up around here somewhere. I think actually the bushes are like way far away over by the vista. No, not by the vista. They're down here by the burn. Like right next to the dry creek, there's a little cluster of trees. And I think that there's supposed to be a lot of rabbits that pop out from there. But we'll have to see. But I really love that idea. So thank you so much to the person who suggested what we should do is roll a dice and see how many of the feet we're able to collect from the rabbits to count towards Usagi's special skill. So I think that sounds wonderful. We're definitely going to do that. If you guys think that's a little bit too overpowered, let me know. But as usual, I've always got my ears open so that if you guys have any ideas for more challenges we can add into our Wolf Quest series, then I will definitely do it. And this time I'm going to start writing up the modifiers and the challenges. Hey, back off, ravens. Back off. This is going to be my carcass. All right, let's see. And just take a little nibble so they know who's boss around here. That's right. Well, I don't think Usagi has enough confidence to consider herself boss of this area, but still. And we'll see if I stumble on the elk really quickly for another quick hunt. If not, we'll go and have our curious wolf investigate over by the fossil forest for a second. And then I think we might search the open plains for just a minute. I think she prefers being in the forest, but we might kind of search around here because she's very curious and see if we can find any more foxes or any more rabbits. But yes, so I'm going to be writing up the modifiers and explaining the Wolf Quest challenges to you guys in the comment section in the video so that we can keep track of how many challenges we have and what we're doing, because I know it can be very confusing to jump into a series with hundreds of episodes going, what's happening? Why is this happening? Why are we not just playing normally as the wolf? Ah, there they are! We found them! Well, the answer is, you guys, because we've played normally as the wolf for generations of wolves in Wolf Quest. Oh, that reminds me! There's a new update coming out. Now I remember why I was so excited. Oh my gosh, look how pretty the elk are wandering up. Okay, maybe Usagi can take out, oh, there's a weak one. I'm gonna get her. All right, let's get her. Oh, she's leading us past her sisters. That's a clever elk, because that means that we might get kicked to pieces by her sisters. But there's a new update coming out sometime this month. Thank you so much to Duskflower for alerting me, because the WolfQuest forums I'm not active on. I just peek at them very rarely now and then. But there is an update with moose, you guys. A new way to die, basically. So they are adding in a moose to WolfQuest, and that makes me so excited, because that tells me that they're going to continue to work on updates for WolfQuest. So they've added in the birds, so they've added in a lot of other features, and WolfQuest 2.7.3 apparently is going to be emerging at some point in December, and there's going to be a big moose, and I will try to put a link to the thread that talked about it in the video down in the comments, because you guys, the moose was just dancing all over the place like a moose noodle, and it was hilarious, because that was just a sneak peek of how like they're working on coding it so it will work. Come on, Usagi, come on. This is a stronger elk than usual. We might need to leave this herd alone for a little while. There we go. I think we've taken out all of the weak elk from this herd, and Usagi is not really strong enough that I feel confident trying to take on a healthy elk. So we'll go ahead and have her explore in the open plains for just a second and hopefully find more bunnies. But yes, so very excited. I'm sorry if I keep jumping around and not making a lot of sense, because there's just so many things to keep track of. That's why I'm going to try to be very organized down in the comments, and maybe even get the WolfQuest library up and going on our Google Docs again, because that really helps too. Oh, listen to all the birds. But I'm very excited that there's going to be more updates, because that means more life for our wolves in WolfQuest as well. Oh, I don't think she likes being out here, actually. I think Usagi does not like being this exposed. We'll just kind of sniff the rock and then go back into the forest. Ooh, there's lots of birds. I love when the birds rustle up from these spots. Look at all of them. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, anything over here? Can I jump up here? Let me see. Let's see. Oh, she did it! She jumped over it. Let's try to jump on top of the rock. Nope, she just, wait. Oh, we did it! We're on top of the rock. That's awesome. Good job, Usagi. Very proud of you. All right. Oh, this is pretty. I think she likes being up high, which is interesting, because I would have decided that she was like a shyer wolf than that. Oops, and then I just face planted her right into the ground. Sorry about that, Usagi. All right, and I think there's another rock nearby that I need to check out. Give it a good sniff. There's a lone tree over here that we can sniff. And let me see if I can find it. Okay, no, I could have sworn there was, there it is, the other rock. I know my landscape by now. But yeah, I'm very excited, because if there's more updates coming out for WolfQuest, then that means more adventures for our wolf packs as time goes on. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on that. All right, anything by the rock? Nothing by the rock. Okay. And there's a birdo by the rock, but nothing else. All right, so onward we go. We'll go back into the forest. I think we might start working our way up to some of the wolf packs, and we may go poke the Vista pack and see what they're up to. We may go over to the Amethyst Mountain pack and see what they're up to. We do need to find a mate for Usagi. So you guys may be wondering, okay, Seri, we're here on Amethyst Mountain. We have Usagi. The next generation of the Starry Skies pack is with us. So what are we going to do with her? I know all about her Lucky Rabbit's feet. I know that she has to fight cougars if we run into them. I know that when she has her puppies, we'll roll for a new challenge that litter will face that will be unique to them. But what are we doing on the mountain? Why are we still running around searching for lucky rabbits? Well, if we found lucky rabbits to start with ancestor blessings before she even has her puppies, that would be amazing, because then her puppies would have a chance to be a little bit safer. Let's go find, yeah, there's one of our carcasses. Let's go eat a little bit of our carcass. But what we're trying to do now is actually gain enough experience. Oh, I hear the elk. We're trying to gain... Hey, back off. This is mine. This is mine. I don't know if the ravens really eat as much of the carcasses as I thought they did. A lot of people told me the ravens will eat the entire carcass and there'll be nothing left, but it seems like she's actually doing okay, not really running out of a lot of food, even though she's on super hard difficult level right now. But we're here on the mountain trying to get enough experience to be able to have a mate at the moment. And right now she has 660 experience. She actually needs to go ahead and get 800. Thank you guys for clarifying. The experience numbers changed over the different versions, so sometimes I am still thinking of the old versions and not this new one. But we need 800 experience to have a mate. So we're going to continue to search around the mountain and hunt down coyotes, hunt down the elk, hunt down hares if we can, chase off maybe grizzlies or cougars and things like that if we can, and hopefully be able to get her up to 800 experience soon. And then Usagi's special challenge, because we do try to add special challenges in each level, and her special challenge as a young curious wolf is to become familiar with each of the creatures on the mountain. So we're going to give her a chance to try to run into all of the creatures that she can. We've already seen a fox, for instance, but we've already seen a coyote, and we've already seen a hare. We're going to at least bite one time a bull elk, maybe give him a good nip just so that we know what he is like. We are going to try to at least see and possibly sniff a grizzly and a cougar and one of the wolves from each of the three packs. And after she has satisfied her curiosity by seeing every type of living creature that you can see on Amethyst Mountain, then we will have Usagi move on to the next level. But that's going to be her special Amethyst Mountain challenge, is answering her curiosity by being able to see one of each type of the animals that exist here. And that's going to really help her out. Oh, there's the elk again. Wow. Is that... Okay, for a second I thought that was like the moose already, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? He's so big. Oh, okay, let's give the bull elk a little flyby bite. All right. Oh, I didn't do it. Holy days, and look, he gave us a good kick. Okay, can I get him? Okay, we got him. Flyby bite. Ow. And now he nearly took us apart. Oh, and every time I see these trees, I think it's like a skeleton here. But I think that's a fun challenge for Usagi, because she needs to really be able to have... There we go. Let's eat up what's left of this carcass. All right, try to finish it off maybe. It's kind of nasty looking. There we go. That's a little better. But I think that's good for her so that she can introduce herself to each of the scents and each of the different types of animals that she could run into in the forest before she has her puppies. That will also satisfy her curiosity. And oh, there's the bull elk. Jeez, he just rules this area. What are you gonna do when the moose move in, huh? The moose will be here soon. Then we'll see who's boss. It's not me. I'm not going to chase you down. I'm not boss. You can be boss, but maybe the moose will be more boss than you. So we'll have to see what happens. He's just strolling along. He doesn't even have his ladies with him anymore. So yeah, we'd have to leave the area because this herd has dispersed too much. We've already taken out all of the weak elk. So I think we'll go ahead and have Usagi head over to the burn next time. Hopefully it'll be a different time of day. I don't think she likes going out in those open areas when the sun is out so high. And we're going to continue on with her curiosity. And I think we can often run into grizzly bears in this part of the forest too, especially at night. Is that a grizzly bear way over there? Or is that just a log? It's just a patch of grass and a log. But we need to find a grizzly bear. We need to find a cougar, which means it needs to be night at some point for her. And if we manage to find a mate, then we might just make it night instead of having to wait until we roll for it to be night. So we'll have to see. But we need to find a grizzly bear, a cougar, and we need to introduce ourselves to each of the 3 different packs here on Amethyst Mountain. So hang in there, you guys. I'm getting my paws back under myself after the long hiatus, which means break. I often have a lot of people ask me, what does hiatus mean when I say that word? Oh, there's another elk carcass. Let's go nibble it. And often you can find the grizzly bears at elk carcasses too. So we just want to at least see it. Oh, there's the females. All right, so they've just wandered. Wow, they've really wandered pretty far towards the fossil forest. That's unusual for them. There he is. Look at him. Look at him, his confident little swagger. Oh my goodness. So yeah, hang in there, you guys. I'm getting my paws back under myself and figuring out how to level on so many of the challenges that we face in Wolf Quest. It makes it really fun and interesting to see what each generation has to face. Look at her. She knows she's safe. She's near the bull elk. He could kill me with 3 kicks. I wonder what the moose is going to do. We'll have to see. And be sure to let me know what you guys think about the moose coming to Wolf Quest. I'm excited to see that it's still living, viable updates, and who knows what else we might face. But we're going to leave this sassy guy alone, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.